Scott, a couple of weeks and some change since the last time you've kicked the ball. How's it been over these last few weeks for you?
It's been good. It's been an opportunity for me to get some much needed work into the players. I think the first weekend was frustrating because obviously we travelled all the way up to Fleetwood and had to obviously travel all the way back for no reason. So that was kind of frustrating in many ways. But we take it as a little opportunity for me to get some work into the players, which we've done this week. Players have worked extremely hard, and whilst we didn't want any games called off, we have to go with the flow and look forward to what's going to be a tough game on Tuesday night. But our momentum was good. It's the kind of time when you don't want there to be games off, when you're in a winning vein of form and playing well. 5 on the bounce, and all of a sudden we find ourselves not playing for over 2 weeks. So yeah, frustrating, but it is what it is, and like I say, we've used it as an opportunity.
Sometimes you don't often get these opportunities, do you, to go 2 weeks without a game. Like you say, unfortunately, that one in the middle, you've done all the preparation for it, so it's not quite like a mini pre-season, is it? But I mean, the fact that you've had 2 weeks on the training ground,
no, it would have been
a little bit like it.
Yeah, it would have been better if we'd have known the Fleetwood game would have been off, because we'd have got some real good work into the players in that first week as well. But of course, we were prepared for that game. We went up to Fleetwood, like I say, prepared to play them. That was called off, so then we had the journey back. But the week leading into this weekend was good because it gave me an opportunity to get some real good minutes on the training pitch and some distance into the players. So we could call it a mid-season, pre-season, in terms of the work that they put in. So hopefully we'll see the fruits of that.
And fitness-wise, are they improving the way you asked us to see them at the start when you took over?
Yeah, definitely. We done an in-house kind of managers meeting with all kind of managers from different departments, and it was interesting to see the data, the running stats and the training data, how it's gone up since the 10 weeks that I've been here. The percentages of each kind of aspect of their running data, how it's gone up, and you can see kind of already that the players are now getting used to that workload. And I think it will take time, because obviously we're trying to prepare a team, recover a team, prepare a team, recover a team, and also try and win games of football whilst doing so, and trying to get in them to a level of fitness that I think is acceptable to play my style of football. So it is difficult, but at the moment it seems to be where we're winning on all fronts of that. Of course, we're winning games of football. Our performances have been kind of indifferent in many ways. I think we'd have liked them to have been a little bit more smoother, but I can't complain. And of course, we're seeing a bit of an upturn in their data in terms of running. So yeah, we are seeing an improvement.
Injury-wise, how's everybody getting on? I think MJ Williams was probably one of the main concerns we had over a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, MJ's not going to be available yet, but everybody else is pretty much on the training pitch now, albeit one or two. Callum Tripp, Sam Sherrin have only done kind of a few sessions, so might be too early for them to. But certainly next week we'll definitely look at ramping their load up. So yeah, we're not too far away now.
Just seen Jonathan Lecco walking through the hotel reception, someone that MK Dons fans have barely seen since last January. Obviously with a massive injury such as the one he had, becomes a little bit of a forgotten man to maybe those outside of the building. But how's he been since you've come in?
Well, I can assure you he's been working hard. He's been good around the place. He's always always got a smile on his face, and always speaks, and but the work ethic that he's put in, it's clear to see. He's working extremely hard on the side of the pitch while the players are playing football. He's doing his running. It's been a long road for him. I'm sure that can be mentally hard as well on a player. So yeah, we're there for him. We'll be there to support him, but he's still working really hard and still probably a number of weeks away yet.
When we spoke to Callum Hendry just after he come back from injury, he was obviously injured when you came in, and I said, do you go knocking on the manager's door? Do you sit down and talk to him? He said, well, I'm injured. I can't offer the manager an awful lot. He did knock on my door. Oh, he did. but I suppose sometimes with injured players, maybe they feel the sense of, okay, well, I can't offer him anything yet. I mean, is that the case with Jonathan Lecco, or have you done research? Have you watched videos on him, or do you know much about him as a player?
Yeah, of course. He played in games that I managed last season. Certainly at Crawley, I think he played in that game at Crawley, and I always liked him anyway. I think he's a good player. He's got a lot to offer. Real attacking threat. But yeah, listen, we can't. We're not even close to considering him yet. He's nowhere near fit enough yet. He's got quite a long way to go yet. But we are looking around probably December, if not the turn of the year, for him to be kind of included in training. And then, of course, we've got to get him up to speed in order for him to be able to come on the pitch and play. But yeah, listen, he's still part of what we're doing. He's still part of the squad, albeit he's injured at the moment. It's just kind of the unfortunate aspect of being a professional footballer. Sometimes you get little niggle injuries where you miss a lot of football through little niggles, and then it could be a real serious one where you're out for a long time, like this one's been. So disappointing for him, I'm sure. But listen, he's obviously going to be a part of what we do moving forward.
When we spoke last about Sonny Finch, he was up in Middlesbrough and getting game time back with their under-21s. We've not really seen an awful lot of him since back in Milton Keynes. What's the situation with Sonny at the moment?
Yeah, he actually picked up a little bit of an injury whilst up there, which they kept him up there obviously to see him through that rehabilitation period. He's actually back today, so he trained with us today. So good to see him back on the grass with us today. So yeah, moving forward he'll be part of what we're doing. But like I say, he's had a bit of an injury, so today's the first kind of time he's been on the grass with us. So we'll have to monitor that moving forward.
Chesterfield then, a team that have been a little bit inconsistent recently, but a team that have come up with massive momentum from the National League.
Yeah, really good side actually. I think you're right in terms of inconsistent with results, but certainly not performance, I don't think. When I've watched them, I've been really impressed with them. I've actually enjoyed these certainly the last week of watching them. It's given me an opportunity because I've had obviously the time to do that. I think on the journey back from Fleetwood, I spent pretty much a couple of hours watching Chesterfield and started my work as early as that. But yeah, I've enjoyed watching them. I think they're a really good side. They pass it. They play some really good football. They've got some attacking threats. And we know it's going to be a difficult game. I watched them play from their game on Saturday. I watched it Sunday morning against Exeter, and kind of there wasn't loads in the game. I know there's been a few, certainly listening to the manager, there's been some injuries in their camp as well, but they still look capable, and I think it's going to be probably our toughest test up to now. I think it'll be even though we've played some really good sides, I think this will be our toughest test, and I think that we're going to have to be at our very best in order for us to get anything from the game.
I mean, you know better than most about momentum carried. When you go up a division after getting promoted the year before, they've got that in abundance, it feels like.
Yeah, they have, and Paul Cook's a brilliant manager. He's really experienced, and his sides have always done really well and always played really good football. I've kind of been a fan of his from afar, if that makes sense, and I like watching his teams play, and like I say, my work this week has been quite enjoyable, watching them play and how they play and how they rotate. They played slightly a different system on Saturday to what they have been doing. Just a little change kind of in midfield. But I quite like the way they play. I think they're a good side, and like I say, we need to be at our very best in order for us to get anything. And we've had that, 16 days since we last played. Like I say, we've had a lot of work on the training ground and got through a lot of work, and hopefully we'll be ready to go again on Tuesday.
Lovely, thank you.